Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look and sharing with you some new cards coming out in AlphaTrionProtocols Wave 6. I'm really excited because these are cards that I worked on to get new art for, as well as some cards that I've been having a lot of fun playing with and testing out. So first, I want to talk about Raider Spinister. We know Spinister from the Transformers TCG Wave 4 set. He's a helicopter. He works really well with Battle Masters on his alt mode side. When he has a Battle Master on him, he gets +3 to his attack, bringing him from 3 to 6 natively. He's got 2 weapon slots, so he can fit a Battle Master and another weapon on him. On his bot mode side, and he's a ranged character, which is nice. On his bot mode side, when you flip to this side, then you get to pump up your Battle Master. So basically, if you're running with him and a Battle Master on your team, you can flip to bot mode, pump up a Battle Master by +3, send them in turn 1 with a pretty decent attack, and then when they die, they can go on Spinister. You know, it's a little feedback loop, and it's been fun to play with. I've been having a lot of fun with Spinister and Primus, where you can equip Spinister with, 2 Battle Masters and still have room for another character. The reason I'm talking about Spinister is because we have 2 new Battle Masters to announce today, which I'm super excited for. The first one, as Decepticon Shroot from the Transformers Siege toy line. He's the detestable bureaucrat. Yes, we all love The Office. But he's Battle Master. He's ranged. He gives focus, which I love in his weapon mode. He has focus 1 at 410-1. He's not sitting like too bad for a Battle Master at 7 stars. But what I really like about him is that he sets the whole table at a Pierce total of no more than 4. So those heavy Black Pip decks that are, cranking out Pierce 8 or something on a turn, he slows things down significantly for them, giving Blue Pip Flip and Toughness a little more time to shine. When he does get KO'd, you flip him over to his alt mode side, or to his weapon mode side, and here again he keeps that Pierce 4. He still grants focus 1. But what I like about him is he gives +2 attack. He gives +2 health, which I really like. In general, weapons granting a little bit of health here and there can be just enough to keep the character that you really need to stay alive for one more turn alive, which is big. And I'm excited to use that with Spinister, because Spinister, sometimes he folds just a little too early. But you don't have to use him on Spinister, although I do want to note that art does have him in Spinister's hand, which makes me really happy. And if this would leave the battlefield, you KO this card just like Battle Masters. It doesn't go in your deck, but you get to draw a card. So you get some benefit even if you lose him. And obviously, there are cards that bring Battle Masters out of the KO zone back into play. So it's not super reliable card draw, but it is a little bit, which is super nice. I do want to say, you might say, okay, Decepticon Shroot, why is he called that? Originally, he was called Hair Splitter, and that's why the weapon mode is called the Hair Splitter Rifle. A fun bit of trivia, so the toy for Shroot is a remold of Aimless. And that toy it turned into a manifold ion particle blaster, which is the same thing as Aimless's Transformers TCG card. That's why we're going Decepticon Shroot and Hair Splitter Rifle instead of having 2 cards called Manifold Ion Particle Blaster. But a big shout out to Jim Stafford, who did the art here. And I really love Shroot's color layout. And just having Spinister to have one of his Battle Masters makes me really, really happy to have it in the game. The second card, if you didn't know, Spinister, again, he gets 2 weapon slots. Why not put his second Battle Master on him? And that brings us to Decepticon Singe. He's a Bitter Exile. This is a reference to some of his lore in the comic books. But again, Battle Master ranged, 6 stars, so a little cheaper. So running Spinister, Shroot, and Singe is only 24 stars before stratagems. giving you 11 stars to play with if you're doing Primus, which I'm really looking forward to. I guess I should mention both these guys are commons, which I'm excited to have more common Battle Masters, especially for the Junkion play pattern. But Decepticon Singe, the Bitter Exile, again ranged. He's a 3/9/1 at 6 stars. And this one has a more interesting effect. So Shroot sets the whole playing field at 4 at 4 Pierce. Singe actually hurts you a little more. When a character on your team is attacking, they can't have a Pierce total of more than 2. So if you're running both together, which you might want to do, your opponent will have a max Pierce of 4. You will have a max Pierce of 2. Just as a result of that exchange. So it does encourage maybe a little bit creativity and deck building to get around this restraint. But just because you have a Pierce limit of 2 doesn't mean you shouldn't be putting Black Pip cards in your deck. Because Singe in his bot mode, when he attacks and he flip battle cards, again, hopefully he's getting +3 from Spinister, but in addition to that, he can get up to another +3, +1 for each Black Pip you flip. So the first 2 Black Pips you flip will count as Pierce 1, but they'll also be Pierce 1 +1. So it's almost like they're black oranges. And then if you flip a third Black Pip card, you've got +3 Pierce 2, which is pretty nice. So swing in with 6 attack Pierce 2, or if you've got the Spinister flip right, swinging with 9 attack Pierce 2 is plenty before the rest of your upgrades and flips count. And then he turns into a twin barrel fire cannon. And in this weapon mode, the original toy, I believe what it turned into, I want to make sure I get the name right. Singe turned into a double-barreled nuclear-powered flamethrower, which would have been one of the longest weapon names we've had in the game. We decided to condense it a little bit. The colloquial term, twin-barreled fire cannon, we think gets the point across. But again, you can see this art here. If you line the 3 cards up, Spinister, Hair Splitter, and the twin-barreled fire cannon. Obviously, Spinister's pose doesn't match, but I like the nod that his arm is using both weapons, which is neat. Again, in vehicle mode, or I keep calling it alt mode, don't I? In weapon mode, he limits your Pierce to 2. It gives you +2 attack. When the upgraded character attacks, again, you still get the +3 benefit for the Black Pips you flip. And again, same thing. He does give you a benefit when you lose him. So it's not like the other Battle Masters where if you lose him, that's just it. You got to hope you can find him again. If it gets knocked off a character, instead of going in your deck, it goes in the KO zone, and you get to do a damage to an enemy. Now, of course, this doesn't count if that enemy has sturdy or something like that. It doesn't necessarily go, but you do get to pick your target. So there is some additional value there. I'm really excited to play these guys. I've been enjoying Spinister in the Primus format. I'm looking forward to checking these guys out in some other formats. Again, it's 2 commons and 1 uncommon, so the whole deck you can't run as a Junkion deck, but you can absolutely use both Battle Masters in Junkion decks, or find places to slide them in here or there. And at 6 and 7 stars, I think for what they do, there's a ton of value there. I'm really excited to play with them. Hopefully, if you want to play with us, you're in the AlphaTrionProtocols Discord. We're playing games there all the time. And hopefully, sometime next week, I'll have some more gameplay to share with some of these hot new Wave 6 cards. That'll be it for today's video. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye!